Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be reading a weight loss discussion from r/loseit. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more. The United States has a strange relationship with food. Hello everyone, my name is Andrew. I'm a 20-something game developer from the United States, and I'm currently in Berlin for work. I head back home on Wednesday, but since I've been here, I've noticed something about the culture around food here that is so marginally different from that in the US that I felt like sharing. The United States has a strange relationship with food. I will never not appreciate how convenient food is in the US. From roadside restaurants and fast food to 24-hour grocery stores and popular fast-at-home food options, the United States food culture is all about filling you up fast and getting you on your way at any time during the day. I have learned it is both the greatest and the worst thing in the world. Let me explain. I was once told that Americans have a weird relationship with food. We don't treat it the way we should. We eat food not as an activity, but as an idle behavior. Watching TV, eat. Playing games, eat. Driving, eat. Working, eat. Doing literally nothing, eat. We eat and snack at nearly every time in the day, and it's not sectioned off at all. Eating food isn't respected enough to have its own place in our daily schedule. It is thrown into the mix with 500 other things. Food is only there so that we can either continue to live or to busy ourselves with something to do. But here in Berlin, it is totally different. Restaurants don't even open until like noon at the earliest. The restaurants near me open at frickin' 4:00 p.m. for crying out loud. Restaurants that aren't even strictly dinner type restaurants still open at a later time in the day. There are no fast food places nearby. I've yet to see a single one this entire time. I know that there is a McDonald's a few kilometers away from me, but in a dense city, a few kilometers might as well be 15 miles. All restaurants here either have you go in and sit down or take it with you. Also, restaurants don't have parking. You either walk/bike there or use public transportation, which also involves walking. It's an active process to go out and get food, not an idle one. The grocery stores are the exact same way. I've been to 3 just to look around. 2 of them are out on the streets with no parking, just like restaurants. And the final one was on the top story of a 3-story tall mall. There wasn't even a snack aisle. There was a snack corner with hardly anything. The frozen food section combined was smaller than one frozen aisle at Walmart. However, their freshly baked bread, produce, and home cooking ingredients area literally made up the rest of the grocery store. In the US, that would be unheard of. It's so strange when you take this and compare it to how we acquire food in America. We have fast food everywhere, and driving is so normal in the US that a short drive to McDonald's is always worth it. On top of that, most places are so far apart here, you have to drive. Everyone has a car, so public transportation is non-existent. Furthermore, sit-down restaurants are not only less common, but widely more expensive. Here in Berlin, all restaurants have pretty competitive prices. I got a large pizza yesterday for like $8.50, and it was baked in a stone oven, and the ingredients were either fresh or handcrafted right there. In the US, that is unheard of, but $5 quickly made pizzas are on every block. Grocery stores are different too. The layouts and options at stores in the US, even at stores considered healthy or natural, are laughable compared to the stores I've seen here. Freshly baked breads, freshly cut meats, fresh produce, and home cooking ingredients usually reside in the same corner of the store. Everywhere else is frozen foods, snacks, or other unhealthy options. End caps and other displays in the walking lanes of grocery stores are commonly unhealthy, and fast food type meals you likely would use a microwave for. Closing off, we have such an awkward relationship with food in the US, it is no wonder everyone struggles with weight. It's not just what you are eating, but the entire process of it. What you are eating, how you are eating, when you are eating, acquiring food for eating. It's also different that it's insane to even compare them. I'm excited to return to my fridge of frozen meals and fast food restaurants, but now that I truly see how other people treat food, I want to jump on that and try some of that behavior for myself. Thanks for reading. I have found this to be true. I am an American who moved to the Netherlands. While I'm not arguing Europe is a magical weight loss drug, I have lost 96 pounds so far living here, for mostly the reasons you mentioned. Food isn't meant to be convenience. I definitely have to count my calories like everyone else here, but I have noticed differences when I go home to the US to visit. I'm shocked by how fast a meal in a restaurant is. I drive by fast food restaurants wherever I go. Here, they exist, but I would have to go out of my way to get to the McDonald's that's near me. When I lived in America, the only road to my apartment had a row of fast food restaurants to drive by, thus necessitating the internal question of, should I pick up a burger or should I cook at home? Restaurants give smaller portions, but even beyond that, drink portions are smaller. A weird adjustment I had to make was sitting through a long European restaurant meal and sipping my Diet Coke slowly. If you order one, you're getting a 12 ounce, and that's it until your food arrives, at which point you can order another drink to have with the meal. I have a friend who calls America the land of the free refills, and honestly, I think it's really funny. I do miss big drinks and that sweet free giant glass of water you can get in any American restaurant next to your drink if you want it. You can, of course, through some directed and specific questions to your server, get free water here, but it's a tiny glass, like slightly larger than the size of a paper cup a hospital would give you to swallow a pill, and they are not going to be happy to keep refilling it. Over and above restaurants, one thing I really think helps with eating saner portions / having a healthier relationship to food is how the grocery stores allow you to buy vegetables, etc. in normal quantities. Buying vegetables doesn't have to be a 2-pound bag of lettuce that's just going to rot and go bad. If you just need 1 carrot for the dish you're making, you can buy a single carrot. My local grocery store also makes little ingredient boxes. Want to make pea soup? Cool. Here's a box with peas, an onion, soup mix, and a few cloves of garlic. Interested in risotto? Same deal. There's a box that has the chopped up veggies you need, some rice, mushrooms, and a little cheese. It's genuinely awesome. There's no comparison to American-style cooking boxes like Hamburger Helper, which is a box of pasta and various salt-based flavorings. The differences between American and European food culture seem to me to be a macrocosm of the age-old dieter's dilemma. Do I want a lot of something or a small, very tasty amount of it? America, in my experience, just blindly goes for quantity over quality. An American restaurant would more likely give you a gigantic mixing bowl full of iceberg lettuce because it looks huge and green, where a corresponding European restaurant salad would be much smaller, the size of an actual salad plate, but with an interesting medley of lettuces and maybe some nuts, fruits, whatever, studded throughout. I also think you pointed out another really important difference. Price points. It is not appreciably cheaper here to make unhealthy, shelf-stable choices at the grocery store. Vegetables are affordable, you can buy them one at a time, no one is sending you home with 2 pounds of tomatoes when you just wanted to buy one to slice on top of your burger. Vegetarian meat substitutes are totally normal here, and with some exceptions, imported things like the Impossible Burger are around the same price as their meat counterparts. I feel like in America, making the commitment to eat healthy, fresh foods is also a commitment to shopping at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, or whatever the upscale grocery store nearest to you is. Sure, places like Walmart have vegetables, but they never look particularly fresh or end up being particularly good. Source: did my groceries at Walmart for many years before moving here. I often look at the Dutch versions of American people standing in the checkout lines and am completely amazed. The tired construction worker, still in his high vis, is often buying the ingredients for a killer-looking spinach-based pasta dish. That is to say, there appears to be a decoupling between the American attitude of big tough men gotta eat big tough things, and the associated piles of frozen sausages, biscuits, and bags of Doritos at the checkout counter. People here, of all walks of life and gender, make more reasonable food decisions. Maybe it's cultural, maybe it's Maybelline, who knows? I'm an American who has lived both in Ireland and in South Korea. Just want to share my experience because I definitely think that this is true. In Ireland, I didn't have a car and I did lose weight. A lot of it I did gain back by the end of my time there though. I was a student, drinking all the time and munching on Nutella toast while writing papers. Korea is where I dropped weight like no one's business. There were multiple open-air markets with fresh produce, meat, baked goods, etc. I had a second-floor walk-up apartment and a second-floor walk-up classroom. Those little coffees were popular and full of sugar, but so tiny compared to what you would get in America. Yes, there were convenience stores and you could get unhealthy food like ramen or fried chicken, or kimbap or bibimbap, rice and veggies, maybe lean meat or fish. Hiking, even in the city, was a hugely popular activity. I would routinely take the subway to Acheson for a hike or ride my bike along the Han River. Going out to eat, you would get barbecue, which in Korea consists of fresh meat, rice, kimchi, and other pickled veggies, or soup, or bibimbap, even going out for unhealthy food balanced out when you were walking there to get it. Honestly, I think the single biggest thing was just not having a car. In most parts of America, not having a car is very difficult. And that brings us to the end of the video, narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, and if you haven't yet, make sure to tap the red subscribe button below to join our awesome YouTube community, the narwhals, and to make sure you don't miss future weight loss videos.